Hey, what's up? Coming to you still from New York City, day six. Day six for you, day six of behind the scenes, building a brand new dealership from scratch and documenting every step of the way. And so today I am in New York City. I am here for an event retreat with a bunch of our clients, and we've got some exciting things that are happening over on the dealership side, and then also exciting things that we just launched today over on the consulting side. So when it comes to automotive, we have, for the last 5 years, I've been on the consulting side. For the 19 years before that, I was on the retail side. And now we're buying a dealership, we bought a dealership. And now we're in the process of putting all the pieces together, which is crazy, especially since we're trying to do it all super fast, right? What normally takes like 6 months, we're trying to do in 6 weeks. We want to be fully up and operational. And so, yeah, so today is day 6, and I'm doing these videos like Monday through Friday. So technically it's day 8 or day 9, whatever, but not doing these videos on the weekends. Live, New York City. I'm actually in our hotel room. I have kind of a standard rule when I used to do a daily morning show. The rule was never to have a bed in the background because it's kind of creepy. A guy videoing in a hotel room with a bed in the background is kind of creepy. And so on this particular video, I am in the hotel room. Currently, we're getting ready to head out and go over to Dave & Buster's, which I know sounds kind of crazy, but I'm just kid at heart. And so we've got a bunch of people in town in New York City. People are kind of going all over the place and doing different things, but there's a group of us that are going to go to Dave & Buster's, and they'll drink some beers, play some games, and eat some good food. I always like the food over at Dave & Buster's, so that's what we're doing tonight. Today we did some different, we had different speakers. My friend Brian Benstock came and spoke, and Danelle Delgado. We had different speakers and stuff, which was cool. And then tonight we'll do a little thing. Last night we did a thing with a mentalist dude that was crazy, like straight up crazy. My team will be cutting all the clips and stuff. We'll post them over on Instagram. Make sure you follow me, Glenn_Lundy, so you can see those clips. I have never in my life experienced, I don't understand. Like, I know there's magic tricks, and I know magicians do, weird, crazy stuff, but like, this mentalist stuff, dude, it's different. There's something different. Like, he took one of my client's phones and just looked at my client in the eyeballs, and then got my client, unlocked my client's phone, unlocked his phone, his passcode, which is crazy. My daughter, he told her to think of a singer and a song that she liked, and then he went onto his phone, just looking at her, pulled it up on YouTube, and played it next to her ear. For me, I was like, I want to pick the trick, dude. I said, I like poker. And so I'm going to pick 5 cards, and you tell me what 5 cards I have in my hand. So I picked 5 cards out of the deck and then held them to where only I could see them, even just the corners. I barely was spreading the cards. And he guessed all. He missed the very first one, but then he guessed all 5 cards in my hand, which was crazy. And then at the end, he did this nutso trick that the timing on it was unbelievable. It was crazy. So we did that last night, and then we had the different speakers today. We also launched a new product today. We launched a new product called Elena. Elena is our automotive learning artificial intelligence networked assistant, ALAINA. And Elena is a tool that I believe is going to revolutionize the way we do training, not just in the auto industry, but across the board in business. Basically, Elena allows us to, we do group training, which is what we do with dealers and have done for a while. but it allows us to create an individualized experience for everyone within the group training. So they can upload their own information, so on and so forth. And then ultimately this AI bot takes our training and our philosophies, our systems, our structures, all of that stuff, and then takes their personalized data and blends them together to give them personalized training, basically individualized training. So we launched that today, which was cool. Now we're gonna go to Dave & Buster's. Tomorrow morning we have a special experience, which I'll try to video you guys in. But we never tell, every event that I throw, we have a special, like some sort of out of the box experience. Like in the past, we've rented out theme parks and rode roller coasters. We've paintballed in the desert, raced Lamborghinis, raced sailboats. We did go-kart, like crazy go-kart racing, indoor skydiving. We went out to this place that was like a four-wheeler track and did, off-roading with four-wheelers, shooting clay pigeons, and kayaking and brackish waters. Like we've just done all kinds of crazy stuff. And what's fascinating is I learned early with these retreats, if we tell people what we're doing, then the next day, all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go, I feel sick today, or my knees messed up on me, or I slept kind of wrong, my neck's pinched up. Like people make all these excuses. It's fascinating. When they know what the event or experience is gonna be, people make a ridiculous amount of excuses to not go. So what we do now is we don't tell anyone at all what the event is gonna be or what the experience is gonna be. We load them all up on a bus and we take them. And now once you get there, if you are gonna like chicken out or whatever, then you gotta chicken out in front of freaking everybody versus making some excuse before we ever leave about you're sick, you gotta work, you got this, you got that. People always make excuses, man, it's crazy. So we have a big experience tomorrow morning, which I'm excited about. And then we've got some more training in the afternoon, which will be great. And then we'll wrap up and I get to go home to my wife and the rest of my family. I've got 3 kids here with me, but I get to go home to my wife and the rest of the family on Friday, which I'm excited about. And then we're rolling into our 4th of July party. So we have a big 4th of July party, which this year will be on July 6th at our house. But anyways, you're not here watching for all of that. In the midst of all of that, we're on, for you, day 6 of this dealership. And the updates on that are one of my partners was able to purchase, he bought 19 vehicles for our lot. Those 19 vehicles will begin to be in transportation now. And so the clock starts ticking. The instant you buy a vehicle, usually, not always, depends. Like COVID was a little bit different and sometimes there's seasons that are different. But usually used vehicles, from the moment you buy them, they depreciate, right? You've been told this. You go buy a car, your car is worth less than it was when you bought it. Same for a dealer. You buy a car, it starts to depreciate. It's worth less as time goes on. So the clock has started. He bought 19 cars yesterday. The transportation's gonna go through. They're all like 4-star and above, so service isn't gonna be much of an issue. But we gotta get them prepped and ready, right? Now, we don't even have a website yet. Website's gotta get put together to be able to display these cars. And then the advertising and marketing has got to be put in place to be able to market these cars. And all the systems and process have to be in place for us to be able to sell these cars. Like, you got to be able to do the contracts. We have to have all the bank agreements. We have to be able to title the vehicle, right? Registration for the vehicle. So he went and bought 19 cars for us, which is great because our intention is to get to, we need to have about 180 to 200 cars available on the lot when we launch and are ready for open. We need about 180, 200 cars in order to hit our goals, which our goal very specifically is 324 cars every 6 weeks. So this company, we're running it a little bit different. We're not doing things monthly. We're doing things in 6-week stretches, okay? These 6-week stretches are called games, and each week is an inning. So you have 6 innings per game. Each game is 6 weeks long, and there are 7 games per season. 7 6-week games, and then there's a week off in between each game. That's how that works. So games, innings, season, right? So we need 324 cars is the target, 324 cars sold each 6-week game, okay? And so in order to do that, we need to have approximately 180 to 200 cars on the lot at any given time. Those 180 to 200 cars will rotate, right? We'll sell 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to replace 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's just this constant rotation of 180 to 200 units. Well, because we're just now getting a fresh start, we're starting at 0. We have 0 cars. My partner, hey Savannah, we have 0 cars. My partner, hi, we have 0 cars. Partner just bought 19. So now we have 19 cars, right? That number needs to be 180 to 200 before we launch. But the clock is ticking on those 19. And none of these other systems are in place yet. We do not have a website. We do not have our marketing partners. We do not have our DMS in place. We do not have our CRM in place. We do not have any of that in place. Technically, we just got the keys for the place. So it's like, oh my gosh, right? I got cars that potentially could depreciate. Now, here's one of the great things. Like, God is good with the timing on this, because I do feel like I know as a expert in automotive, you can see trends and you know things that are happening. So during COVID, there were no new cars to sell. Because there were no new cars to sell, that means no one was able to do a lease, which leasing is a big, 30% of purchases nationwide are leases on new cars. So there were no new cars to lease, okay? So that means hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of transactions did not happen. Now, leases typically run 24 to 39 months, maybe 42. 24 to 42 months is the duration for your typical lease. Well, since we had no leases during COVID because we had no new car inventory, right? You remember when all the lots were empty. Because we had no new car inventory, no one was able to lease, which means the cycle of lease returns isn't going to happen. That means 30% of vehicles sold, those late years of COVID, or not sold, I should say, those early years of COVID, cannot now go into the market. So what does that create? Well, it creates a used car shortage, which is something we haven't had. We've had a new car shortage before during COVID, but we never had a shortage of used cars. But now, fast forward 3 years, right, or wherever we're at, we're in, so that was what, February, COVID started, February of 2020, 21, somewhere in there, right? I think 2020 to 2022 was kind of the COVID years. Yeah, that makes sense. And so, or to 2023. But anyways, long story short, we're not going to have this influx of off-lease vehicles, which is going to create a used car inventory shortage, which means whenever you have a shortage of inventory, but you have high demand, prices go up. So I actually think the value of used cars is going to trend up slowly, trickle, not spikes, but I believe it will trend up. Actually, I know it's going to trend up over the next 3, 6, possibly 9 months. So that positions us in a good position, right? Because if we bought 19 cars today and we can't sell those for at least 5 more weeks, we don't, like, the value of those cars technically could go up over the next 5 weeks. So they could actually be worth more 5 weeks from now than they were today. Rare occurrence, doesn't normally work out that way, but I do believe it will in this case for us, which is great. So we're at that point now where, like, we got to get the website rolling. We got to get the marketing in place. We have to get our DMS. We have to get all the things that it takes to be able to transact, to be able to sell a car. Because once you start the train, like basically we gotta lay track, right? But the train is coming. We're laying track, train's coming, laying track, laying track. And at no point anytime soon will we be far enough ahead on the track laying that we can like take our foot off the gas pedal. Like it's just impossible. So every day from now through, probably into this year, every day, train is coming, train is coming, train is coming, train is coming, train is coming. Lay the track, 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 lay the track. Now we know we're gonna hammer our thumbs every once in a while. We're gonna make some mistakes. We're gonna get bad nails to hammer it in. We're gonna bend nails. Whatever metaphors you want to use. I know it's not gonna be smooth. It's not gonna be easy. But the reality is that's what we signed up for. And there are a lot of people who are leaving their jobs, quitting their jobs, coming to be a part of our team, that we are responsible for making sure that we are successful so that they can be successful. Like it's crucial. We're not playing some little game where if we don't win, we just don't make any money. Like this is people's lives at stake, bro. And that's what really matters most to me. And so that's kind of the latest update is we have purchased 19 vehicles. We have keys to the facility now. James, our service guy, he's been in there cleaning up the service department. He's also been buying detailing equipment and so on and so forth, like chemicals and things they need to clean cars. He's basically going to take charge of the service, the detail, and the photo side of things until we get people in place to handle those things. And so he's been buying that equipment. And then Zach, our GM, we hooked him up with, turns out my neighbor, how amazing is this? My neighbor is actually like the king of office furniture. He owns a huge, massive company that sells office furniture, and we need a ton of office furniture. And so I hooked my neighbor up. His name's Mike, and I hooked Mike up with Zach Banks, and they're shopping for furniture for this new place. As soon as we get out of this event, because most of my partners that will be setting up DMSs, CRMs, websites, all of that stuff, they're all partners on my consulting side, right? I recommend these people to other dealers and have for the last 5 years. And of course, that's who I am using in my dealership. So most of them are here. And so they're here with me, getting ready to go to Dave & Buster's. And on the other hand, I'm like, yo, I need my freaking website. Like, let's go. And I got to figure out my marketing. So it's so crazy, man. It's just so crazy. All the things, all at the same time. Seriously nutty. Voice is still messed up. Have not come back to full health. But I do have a little more energy, which I'm excited about, feeling a little bit better today. And I'm excited for the rest of this retreat so that this can be behind us. We can serve these dealers in this way here. And then basically the next 6-week stretch is going to be leaning in on getting the store all set up, as well as getting the consulting business healthy. We're going to leverage the attention that we are getting from building the store, which we are getting a lot of attention. We're going to leverage that attention to let people know, like, bro, you need to become a part of 800% Club. You should join right now. There's never been a better time to join while we're in the beginning stages of building a dealership from scratch. So you can literally see, how do you go from 0 to 200 used cars a month, which is a big number. How do you go from 0 to 200 used cars a month in 90 days? That's our target, right? So those will be the things we'll be focused on when I get back. And I don't think I have any travel scheduled for July, which is awesome. Because June I was on the road, I think 20 days. And I just haven't been able to recover, man. I just haven't. Been able to fully recover health-wise. And I I know how important that is to my wife. I know how important that is to my kids. It's important to me too. But we're just in a season, right? We're in a season, and I guess my life has brought me to a point that when there's opportunity in front of you, when God opens a door, like, you don't squander it, you don't squash it, you don't sleep on it, you don't procrastinate, you don't leave it behind, you don't set it up for someday or put it over on someday island. You freaking lean in, man. You freaking lean in and you take advantage of the opportunity and you max it out to overflowing. That is my belief. When God gives you an opportunity, you take it to overflowing. And once you take it to overflowing, He'll continue to open more doors for you. That's what I did in the auto industry. When I was at freaking Dane Cummins, I took that thing to overflowing. Like, I took my career to overflowing. There was nothing else I could do for that organization. Nothing. I went from salesperson to sales manager to GSM to GM, from 120 cars to 850 cars. Like, built a ton of people up. Went from a team of 30 to a team of 280. Like, left it all on the table. And guess what? As soon as I left, boom, more opportunities opened up everywhere, right? Because I took that one to overflowing. And now we've taken the consulting side to overflowing. Like, it's in overflow, right? And there's still more we can do. We haven't capped out yet, but it's in overflow. And boom, new opportunity opens up to get a store. Boom, like that. Crazy, right? So, yeah, I wish I could just sit back, right? And I wish I could just, I don't want to say wish, but like, yeah, be easy to say, okay, yeah, just chill out, bro, and go sit on an island somewhere and do nothing for 3 weeks until you feel better. That's not how I'm built. We are going to max out this opportunity. We're going to max it out now. And so, you know, it's fun. It's exciting. It's keeping me on my toes. It's a lot. I'm learning. I appreciate you going on the journey with me, and I appreciate you being a part of this. I'm gonna every day do a video every day. That's just what's going on, sharing everything from behind the scenes, where we're at, what the next step is, things that we run into, any obstacles that we might come across, how we're feeling, the wins, the losses, different experiences. Sometimes I might be in a hotel room with a bed behind me. Other times I might be in my vehicle, or I might be in a different city. I might be on a plane. I might be at home. I might be in a studio. But you get to come with me, and I appreciate you doing that. To make sure you don't miss any videos, you're gonna want to subscribe. I know you've heard it a zillion times on different YouTube videos, but hit the subscribe button so that you get notified when we post them. I can't guarantee you I'm posting them in the morning or in the afternoon or night. I don't know. I'm just telling you that I'll share with you everything that we're doing along the way, so that, you know, if you're building a business, you can be like, oh, I didn't even think about something like that. If you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, oh, I didn't even think about things like that. If you're currently in your business, but you realize you have more potential, you might be like, oh, bro, yeah, I can apply that. I can execute that, or I can apply that, or I never even thought about it that way, or, oh my gosh, why didn't we think about it doing it this way? I don't know exactly what the value you will receive out of this is. Here's what I do know. I will show up authentically and transparently every day for you, because I know that when God gives us these opportunities and gives us this platform, it's our responsibility to share that and make an impact. Tri-generational impact, right? With the blessings we received in our lives. So this has been a blessing for me. And this is what I'm going to share with you. Why are you creeping around below? You can get in the video. Get over here.
Why?
Or don't. I'm getting ready to turn it off. So if you want to get over here, get over here.
What is the video for?
It's just a video. Do you want to say what's up or no?
What's up?
This is Willow. She's here in New York with me as well. This is Savannah Rain Alende. And I'm guessing you guys are ready to go to Dave & Buster's. What time is it right now?
6:41.
Yeah, so we gotta head out. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll answer those questions for you. And let's continue to go on this journey. All right? See ya.